Hello, everyone. I just thought I would try something new this week. And if you like it and it's helpful, you can let me know through email if this is something that's going to be helpful for parents. What I've done this week is I've laid out, as you can see right here on the screen, sort of like what's going to be happening in English class online. I know that it might be helpful to have an overview. And kind of near the end, what I think is going to help is this. I have a list of questions that you can ask your son or your daughter or the child that you have that's a student in my class that will kind of just help you check in with them and make sure that they're not forgetting to do things. Why don't we take a look real quick at a couple things? And I'm going to try to keep it very short so that you don't feel like it's a long experience to listen to. So it's an overview of the week ahead, and I thought it might be helpful to know what to ask. So let's take a look. So what is happening in English class this week? Well, straight away, one thing that you can do is you can have your son or daughter go online. These things will be up online Sunday evening to Monday morning. Monday's when class starts, but you're welcome to go up on Sunday night sometimes. And ask them about the lesson that is on Quill. Quill is a website, I've got it up on screen right now, that allows students to do grammar lessons. Now, this is actually last week's that's still up because I have a few students maybe still finishing up last week's. But by Sunday night or Monday morning, your son or daughter will have a lesson that looks like this, an adjective pack. It's a grammar lesson on adjectives. It looks like there's 4 activities in it. Okay? And by Wednesday of this week, you want your son or daughter to have orange or green lights, and they're going to know what that means by the time they get through it. At the end of each lesson that they do on there, I should say, it gives them either an orange light, a green light, or, this is bad, a red light. Red for me means redo. Right now, I'm really trying to help out, and so what I'm going to say is this. If your son or daughter earns green or orange, I'm going to give them 100%. For having completed it. Maybe at school I might do things a little different, but right now that's what I'm going to say. Okay, so that's something that's ongoing. I believe it's due Wednesday, but your son or daughter will know when it is due. I'm going to show you where these things are later. Monday, Tuesday, of course, your son or daughter will attend my Google Meet, and I will teach them about Unit 1. Our first unit this school year has to do with the topic of change. They will fill out a form in class. A form is something like this. What's your last name, what's your first name, but then down below it asks some questions about the lesson. When they complete all the questions, they submit. That's a really easy way to get a nice, easy grade, is to attend the Google Meet, like your son or daughter need to, just like going to school, and to fill out the form while we talk in class. Then Wednesday or Thursday, I will be covering the elements of fiction and genres, and once again, your students will be filling out a form during the class to turn in. This week I'm also distributing for the first time the book that we're going to be reading, called All Alone in the Universe. All 6th grade students in Lincoln Park Middle School are reading this. That will be available in Google Classroom, and we read it sometimes in class, excuse me, and sometimes we read it, I'll be assigning it for them to read out loud, on their own, excuse me. I will provide the audio. Some of my students really like to have audio, read the book along with them. And that's something that I'm going to offer. Okay? I should add one detail if any students miss the Google Meets this week. I am going to try to put videos up on YouTube. I don't know that I can always get all of my lessons duplicated on a video for YouTube, but this week I will. So here's the slide that I thought would be really helpful. Questions that you can ask your child about school this week, specifically for English. Monday through Wednesday, here's some helpful questions. Did you earn green or yellow lights on Quill yet? Did you attend the Google Meet with Mr. Franz on Monday or Tuesday? Have you started reading All Alone in the Universe, the book that Mr. Franz is assigning? Then on kind of the Wednesday through Friday, there's a little bit of I can't tell you the exact day to say each thing. You can start asking things like this. Did you read chapters 1 through 3 of All Alone in the Universe? Because 1 through 3 is what we're reading this week. Did you go to Mr. Franz's Google Meet the second time of the week? And by Friday, did you take the quiz on quizzes yet? Usually, maybe not every week, but a lot of weeks there's a quiz on a website called Quizzes. Now, One final thing, and those are the questions, and if you're good to go, those are the things to ask. I will show you a couple things, though, if you want to continue in the video longer. One is if you need to get a hold of me, my email is on screen. Below that is my cell phone number. If you want to send me a text, I do have one special request. When you send a message, tell me who you are, like, hello, my name is, and then tell me my son or daughter or my child that I'm in charge of is this. Like this, I need to know who the student is, because sometimes I get messages and I don't know who people are. And I try to write back anyway, but you know it's helpful if you tell me. I'll show you one final thing, and at this point, if you're good to go for the week and you've been following and you know you're fine, I will show you what does my Google Classroom look for your student. This is an example of one. I always have at the top current assignments. These will change. These are last week's assignments. I have not gotten rid of them yet because some students are still in there. Below there, I always have a topic called materials and videos. You may go there if you wish with your son or daughter and look. Down below there, I will always move the current assignments down to old assignments. Old assignments are ones that are from previous weeks. And the bonus optional stuff we don't really need. It's just fun stuff that I put down there. I let them create a digital locker. So that's how the class is always set up. The current assignments is the key thing. Another question you can always ask your son or daughter is, have you checked the current assignments for Mr. Franz and done them? And they're here, and they change through the week, and I always put things up so that they can see them there. Your son, all of the children have already, all of my students have already signed in, and they've also had this explanation. So that's kind of what it looks like. They will also find the All Alone in the Universe ebook. It's like an electronic book that they can read online on here once they need to have it, which is this week. So things will kind of change a little bit, but for the most part, this is what it looks like, okay? So that's about it. I just wanted to give you a little overview of what's going on this week. If you thought it was useful, let me know, and I can try to keep doing them. I just thought it was helpful. I know that I really thought maybe the idea of knowing what questions to ask is helpful because it can be confusing to know what are they supposed to be doing. So let me know, and I'm available with your email and text, and I'll help in any way that I can. I appreciate it.